The autumn edition of the Property Investor and Homebuyer Show took place in October. Opening against a backdrop of a buoyant UK economy and growing buyer confidence, 130 exhibiting companies arrived at London's Excel Exhibition Centre, anticipating a busy couple of days. And from early on day one, it was clear that the pre-event predictions of increased visitor numbers were proving to be an understatement. Durham-based Castledene Group, making their show debut, was among the first to comment.
The show's been absolutely fantastic. It has been quite a nice surprise. We knew that there's going to be a lot of footfall, we knew there's going to be a lot of investors, but quite how many we didn't actually know. Literally within the first half an hour, we didn't have enough people on the stand and we took 8 or 9 of us down. So it's been really, really good so far, very well worth it.
Presented in London since 1988, this show has long been established as the benchmark exhibition for the property sector. The event that attracts thousands of investors, home buyers, landlords, agents and real estate professionals from the UK and a broad range of other countries, a characteristic that was welcomed by our new clients.
So far, so good. It's a very international show, which was surprising. I didn't expect it to be this international. And I find that refreshing compared to other shows where it's actually very, very national. And so far, so good. We've seen a lot of interest from Nigerians in the UK looking to come back home to Nigeria or invest back home in Nigeria.
With a broad spectrum of at-show only and limited availability deals available, it's no surprise that so many high net worth buyers flock to the show to seek out service providers and conduct business face to face. Points that weren't lost on passive investment specialists. How refreshing.
The Property Investor Show is a really great place to market whatever you're doing, to get the message out there to serious investors. And what we find is there are a lot of high net worth investors who don't really want to do the refurbishments or the work themselves. They're primarily interested in the security of their money as an investment, the relative control they've got over the choice of where they invest, and then ultimately getting a good return on their capital that's employed. I think there's a number of different aspects of what the show can provide. So first of all, you've got the different speakers, many of whom are really specialists in their field and respected at what they do, so there's a great educational content. I think the second thing is that you will find products here which you'd probably be hard-pressed to come across if you're just looking around the internet or whatever, because they are specifically focused around the different aspects of property.
And it wasn't just exhibitors who were keen to remind us of the merits of abandoning the desk and computer and getting a perspective that only attending a comprehensive live event can provide. Several visitors were keen to give their perspective too.
The Property Investor Show has been good for me because the way that I figured it, I could spend loads of time on Google, do loads of research, get an education, or I can take a day or two out of the office and then come and meet lots of people and get lots of information.
I'm a professional landlord, and coming here and having all the services available to me is not only an efficient use of my time, but it's very economical in being able to talk to lawyers, finance people, investments in other countries, etc. So it's got a wide range of facilities that are required by landlords.
As usual, the international element of the show attracted a broad range of property options from across the world, with a list of participants including a mix of regulars from countries such as the USA, Spain and Cyprus, exhibiting alongside representation from Ghana and Cape Verde.
The type of market that Ghana is, there's a huge rental yield on the properties. It's on average about 11% rental yield, and it's about maybe 60-40, don't quote me on the statistics, but people buy to let. So there's a huge investment mindset in Ghana for the purchase of properties, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, my expectations on the show have been delivered. The quality of the leads have been excellent. Our business is very happy with what's been delivered, and the show itself is getting better by the day.
Property exhibitions can only prosper if they deliver to a standard that makes regular exhibitors and visitors happy to return on a regular basis. An aspect that show regular Mark A. Anson was keen to highlight.
The show was brilliant because I've been doing this particular show over 10 years now,
and I come it's on twice a year, once in April and once in October. I always have a stand here. Sometimes I do a talk, sometimes I don't, but it's brilliant. It's kind of between 5,000 and 10,000 people that come here every spring and autumn. It's a fantastic show. It's the best in the industry, so yeah, it's really good. So the team who run the show are brilliant. What they do is they generally come round on the last day of the show to see if we want to book for the next show, which we do. So we book up the next show, so we already know virtually where we are, what stand position we're in, which theatres we're in, so we can book the slots for speaking as well. It's just fabulous, yeah. It's really good working with the team.
Complementing the property specialists, companies offering legal, tax, currency exchange and specialist finance are also on hand to guide and advise. This show always presents the largest and most comprehensive seminar programme of any UK property event, with many sessions fully booked long before opening day arrives, covering topics such as crowdfunding, buying at auction, the Northern Powerhouse, tenant issues, due diligence, and a range of international themes. These sessions proved a big hit with the speakers, panellists and visitors, and will of course be a main feature of our 2016 events. We hope to see even more of you when the show returns to XL next April and October, but we'll leave the last word to Castledene's John Paul.
We found the running of the show extremely professional. At all points we were well informed, the communication's been fantastic. We've had help setting up the stands, where to go, where not to go. Overall, it's been really, really well organised, and if anybody's thinking about it, strongly advise them just to go for it. It really is worthwhile doing.